so excited. Anywhere. Where do you want to go? Where can we race?
So we're going to have the demo is going to be set in 2 parts. Do you want to start with me telling that in the mic or?
Yeah, we're recording. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to have a 2-part demo for the first part. You're going to be playing a single player mission. Okay. We have 4 different single player missions ready for this demo. Okay. The first one is going to be an illegal street race taking place in Detroit. Expect some very aggressive drivers against you and the cops trying to interfere. The second solo mission that you can play is going to be a totally off-road one taking place around Mount Rushmore. You're going to be test driving a vehicle around there, so through the hills and forest and rivers, that's around there. The third mission that's available, it's a race taking place in an old factory in Detroit's industrial area. And the fourth mission that's available for this demo is a completely off-road one as well. It's kind of a cruising mission. It's a time attack taking place across the Midwest, across all sorts of terrains. So fields, highway, forests, rivers, all the terrains in one mission.
Okay.
So which one do you want to play first?
Let's do the off-road. You want to do off-road?
There's 2 off-road ones. Rather Mount Rushmore or the last one I described?
Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so for the Mount Rushmore one, I'm just going to ask you to press this button. This way you shoot the missions, and it's the one that's actually a few players clumped up around it. Yeah, right here.
Right there.
The mission is right there, yeah. So it's shakedown, you press A and play.
Awesome.
Play and solo. Solo. There you go. And for you, go back to your world map. And which one do you want to play? The same one or another one?
Sure, whatever you think. Yeah.
Oh man, you can play another one. I mean, he's got Mount Rushmore. You want to try the one in the factory?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, so the one in the factory, I'm just going to do that, and it's going to be the one that's at the bottom, at the south of Detroit.
Off-road car, right?
Yeah, they're giving you an off-road car actually for the mission. You're test driving a vehicle for a friend of yours in the game. So yeah, you can play you can put on solo, and there you go.
Smuggling run. So we're gonna be badasses.
You're definitely gonna be badasses in this game. Yeah, actually, at this point in the game, you're still in the early part of the story flow, but you're already preparing for what's gonna happen later in the game, where you're gonna have to use red vehicles a lot more. So they're giving you one to test drive it for your contact, and this way you can also get your hands on the red type of driving in the beginning.
Or really just screw things up like out there.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of part of the game at first. You gotta get used to it.
I like the damage already. You see the scuffs.
Yeah, you're gonna see the damage, and if you get too much damage, it's definitely gonna affect the way your car feels when you're handling it. So you can see here we're around the area around Mount Rushmore. You can expect to see maybe a bit of wildlife. I don't know if animals are gonna show up during this run, but there are definitely some of them around here. And yeah, there may be even a few campers that you can try to drive across if you find some. I don't know if they're going to be here in this one. It's not always the case, so...
It's not all about killing people.
Yeah, no. You can say that. It's not about killing people. Actually, our pedestrians are pretty swift. They all mastered the art of Kung Fu, and you can't really drive over them. Yeah.
I feel better that way, because I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah, that's good. We don't want people to kill anybody as well. So you're doing pretty well, but notice as the time is getting low, like pretty quickly, so you really have to reach each checkpoint in a very limited amount of time if you don't want to lose the mission.
Oh my God.
I think this one is going to be pretty short.
I'm never going to miss it.
Yeah, you might not make it actually. It's sad. It's a shame you were almost at the end. You can retry it. Yeah, definitely retry it if you want.
And then we'll try the next mission.
Okay.
We'll try something on road. Now, what's my handbrake? Is it Y?
It's X. Yeah, I didn't tell you the control. So you press Y to show the little menu here of the mission, and then solo. Okay. Don't go too far, or it's gonna. You invited him, solo, and you hit a police vehicle. Damn it. So the cops arrested you. They don't really like when you start hitting their vehicles. That kind of thing can happen, and of course you're gonna pay a fine for that.
Right, so how do I...
I'm gonna make you refuse the invitation, and you're gonna start it over. Okay. So yeah, here you go, back on the icon of the mission, which is a bit up north, right here. You can zoom in if you want. There's people clumped up around it, so it's kind of hard to see it.
Wow, that is insane. You didn't tell me that happened.
Yeah, that's the level of zoom you can get. So you select the mission that's right here again, and you hit play, and solo. There you go.
This is a very big map.
I mean, the map is really huge.
Is it of the whole U.S.? I mean,
yeah, there's the whole U.S. You can go really like, well, I mean, it's not a one-on-one map, but we've done our best to reproduce all the environments and all the diversity of the United States. That's actually why we picked up the United States, because it's an amazing playground that offers such a diverse variety of environments, but also like in atmospheres, in mood. Like it's really different. The light and how you feel is really different when you're like in the Everglades around Miami, or when you go back to Napa Valley on the West Coast. It's a totally different mood. So that's something we really wanted to reproduce and stay faithful to in the game.
Absolutely. How is the co-op in terms of playing with friends?
So in terms of playing with friends, every mission in the game can be played solo or in co-op. Missions are kind of the narrative glue of the game, and that's what's going to drive you from one region to another, and that's what is going to introduce you to every new spec, every new type. Specs are the different types of cars that we have in the game. And then you can have all sorts of different activities like challenges that you're going to be able to play asynchronously. Challenges are something we actually kind of took a page out of Trial's book, in the sense that we wanted some really quick die and retry missions that people can really practice their skills on. So that's what challenges are all going to be about. Like 30 to 40 second really skill intensive challenge that you can play and retry over and over to try to achieve the best score, to be the best on the leaderboard, and of course earn the best reward, because every time you do a mission, an activity or a challenge or anything in the game, you're going to be rewarded with money, with experience, and with new parts.
I was going to say, so you're able to upgrade your car as you go.
Exactly, yeah. Each car, actually in the game, each car is a 19-piece puzzle. Oh, well done, you got it this time. Wasn't that hard?
I just had to learn where my handbrake was.
Yeah.
I kept hitting Y and nothing was happening.
So yeah, like I was saying, each card is a 19-piece puzzle, and 11 of those 19 pieces are technical parts. So here, as you can see, you've just earned a new ECU part for your car, and it's you're going to be able to equip it, which will upgrade your car level, and which will of course impact your performance. But have you noticed also, it was silver, which means you could have got the gold one if you had performed a bit better in the mission. Yeah, you can of course try every mission again, so you can have the best parts. You can try to get the best part, sorry.
Can you run into other players in the game? Or?
Yeah, you can run into other players. So the game is, in the MMO sense of the game, we're having every player on one single server, and we're going to have this like one bubble system, we call it, where you're going to be able to see 8 players, and it's going to refresh all the time as you move on. So for a driving game, it's kind of messy if you go in the highway and it's crowded with thousands of players at once, and you can't do that challenge, because if it's a slalom and there's people trying to block you all over the way, it's going to be pretty messy. Right. So that's something we didn't want. So we made it so 8 players are always going to be with you, and those 8 players are going to be determined based on simple criteria like your friend list, of course, people from your friend list, but also people in the same range of level in the game, people from the same geographic region from around the world. That's something we want to really bring, so people can play with players that are always relevant to them.
It's like you guys thought this through, right?
Yeah, it's been really thought through. I mean, which one is it? I mean, actually,
Detroit?
I don't know which one. It's Initiation. Yeah, so that's one of the street race we were talking about earlier. You can try this one as well. Yeah, it's been thought through. I mean, actually, to be honest, most people of the core team of the game, they've had the vision of this game for a very long time. Some of them have been working on driving game for more than 15 years. Our game director was also the game director on Test Drive Unlimited, and he's had this vision of like this open world, massive MMO game for many years, and that's something that the latest generation of consoles really allowed us to bring, because with the new hardware and with this always connected feeling, you can really bring this MMO type of game.
Absolutely. How many types of cars?
So how many types of cars? We have the game. We've segmented cars in 5 different specs. The 5 different specs will really affect the way you play, and there's a totally different feeling for each one of them. So we have the street spec, that's actually the one that you're using here. This is probably the closest to your everyday car, and that's the one that you're going to be using in illegal street races all over the game. Then you got the dirt spec, that's more for dirt track and heavy drifting around this. Then you got the performance spec. The performance spec is more about high speed, but you're giving up a bit in terms of control when you're having a performance car. The fourth one is the red spec, which is the fully off-road spec. It's actually kind of a love letter to Smuggler's Run, like our creative director likes to call it, and it's pretty true because you can really go on any terrain with it. You can like bounce on the dunes, go in the desert, in the mountains, everywhere, and it's going to be able to handle it. And the last one is going to be the circuit spec. That's going to be more the one racing orientated for racing tracks.
Awesome. I grew up with a game called Road Rash.
Yeah?
And this is just million times that. It looks amazing.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. Actually, when this mission is over, if you want, you're going to be able to play the co-op mission. It's going to be a bit different since it's going to be a takedown. So just finish this one, and we're going to move to the co-op.
Okay.
It seems like players are going to have a lot to do. It seems like a million different things to do and accomplish.
It's one thing to have a big open world, that's what we wanted, but we didn't want it to feel empty or to have players just wandering around and having nothing to do. So we really tried to fill it up with a lot of challenges and activities in the game. So there's about 50 missions, but then there's going to be about 500 skill challenges that you can do in the game. And there's all sorts of other activities I'm not going to reveal right now, but of course, exploration activities, asynchronous challenge activities, also even PvP activities. All this is going to be in the game.
Is there going to be a ranking system?
And that's how you lose a race.
Yeah, it's going to be a ranking system as well.
I had it, and then I hit a pedestrian and crashed.
Okay. So if you press continue, we're going to move on to the co-op mission.
Okay, how long will the co-op mission take?
It's 3 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Exactly 3 minutes.
We're good.
So go on your minimap pressing select.
Co-op mission real quick?
Yeah, let's go to the target and try to kill the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. That's actually the one. So press select, the zoom with your trigger, and your co-op mission is going to be in the one that's right here. Yeah, you're going to zoom in because there's still people clumped up around it. Exactly, there you got the icon. He's going to invite you actually. So, oh no, you're not exactly on it, it's just, yeah, there you are. So play, and crew co-op, there you go. So he sent you an invitation, you press Y and accept, and there you go, it's going to transport you to the mission with him, and you're going to
This here is awesome. Dude, just get your road warrior on and you're ready.
So in this co-op mission, in this co-op mission, you're both going to be cooperating to take down a target vehicle. You're going to see the hit points of the target vehicle written above it. But there's also some sense of competition with cats in the scoring system, in the sense that it's going to reward you with points for how many hits you got on the target vehicle, and it's going to award a special bonus in points for whoever gets the last hit on the target vehicle. And there's also going to be penalties if you use the back on track function too much. So try to stay close to your target and hit him as many times, as heavily as possible.
Okay. But not hitting the walls.
No, that's not exactly part of the target. Yeah, all you got to do is hit him. And not only tickle him, I mean, you can tickle him from the back, but that's only going to remove a few HP. You really got to find a way to hit him, cut his path, and hit him from the side as heavily as possible.
We should be filming Garrett.
Almost there.
Oh my god.
Alright, so this is a red vehicle you got, and this is really allowing you to bounce through the dunes, to move freely in this environment where there's no road for you. You're going in the water, you're going in the dunes, you're going in the field. Alright, first hit. That was a small one, but that's already a few HP out. My advice for this is keep your boost, and when you find a good angle you're sure you're gonna hit him,
What keys boost?
it's A. So keep your boost, and when you're sure you have a good angle to hit him, you should unload all your boost at once to hit him really strongly.
Oh, airplane.
Yeah. All right, now that's a good place to try to cut him off. Oh, that was very close. Nice try. Bam, nice hit. Well played.
Yeah, we got it. I got him. All right. 1 minute, Bill. We got him.
Get out of my way.
All right, guys, we have a second in a minute. We're waiting for our friend Larry Hollywood Edward to get an interview on TV here. This is right there. That's right.
You got a good amount of boost. I think you can get him the final shot very soon. Boom. Keep pushing him. Keep pressing him.
Bill, it's on you, Bill. Not too far back.
See, exactly. That's right. The loquacious Larry Hollywood and coming up on star camera, and I'm just making it worse.
Yeah, that's almost it. 10 seconds to go. Come on.
Do some tricks for you.
Oh my God.
This might not make it. 5 seconds, 15 HP. Use all your boosts. Use all your boosts.
Hit the throttle.
Yeah, there you got it. I think that was the closest we had from the time limit today. Well played. Very well done.
That was good.
So much fun.
All right.
So much fun.
All right, there you go.
That was epic.
Okay. I hope you had a great time.
You want to say something too? So good. So good. Definitely look out for the crew this fall, 2014. We're MMORPG.com. This is an MMO racing PG player game. Yeah. And look out for it. Thanks very much.